everybody. How are you doing? It's amazing. I turn on my video and my phone start making all these noises. Okay, so guys, how are you doing? Okay, so I'm talking to you, maybe not from the Bible today. So what happened was I was reading some other books. So I read to you some other books in my previous video. So I was reading to you from the book of Jubilees. So today I'm not necessarily, I may refer to it, but I'm not going to read from those books today. Well, as I explained in my previous videos, what goes on is that I like to learn, and so I'm sharing with you what I learned. So part of what I'm learning may not be something that's, I don't know, I'm just sharing with you what I'm learning, okay? So I don't know if I'm going to read to you the documents that I'm reading from. I explain to you what is going on. So I'm organizing my paper so I can tell you what I saw so far, okay? So that you guys can understand, because we're in the end times, and in these end times that we're living in, it's very interesting. So Adam was once Adam, but through the generations now I don't know how to explain it. I'm just going to read it to you, okay? So it's like as he's reincarnated, I don't know who he is in modern times, but now we're beginning to understand the mysteries that he didn't understand before, okay? So I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm reading the Apocalypse of Adam. So I'm going to read it and maybe explain to you. I don't know how much I will get through, okay? So it says, the revelation of Adam's origin as told to his son Seth. The revelation, and by the way, this is translated by a G. McRae, okay? Okay, so the revelation which Adam taught his son Seth in the 700th year, saying, listen to my words, my son Seth, when Elohim created me out of the earth, along with Eve, your mother, it says, I went about with her in a glory which she had seen in the eon from which we had come forth, okay? I don't know if that makes sense to you. So I sat down and I tried to understand it, which I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to read to you and maybe explain in a minute, okay? It says, she taught me a word of knowledge of the eternal Elohim. It says, and we resembled the great angels, for we were higher than the Elohim who had created us and the powers with him, whom we did not know. So this is odd because you guys will say, wow, that sounds wrong. It sounds blasphemous. So I was reading this and I'm trying to figure out who is whom. So in the past, so I printed this off years ago, somewhere around 2004, 2006, okay? So I've had this for a while. The first time when I understood it, I was like, it says God, so it means God. It's in capital letters, it means God. But then as I'm reading it and understanding it today, I see it completely different, okay? So the way I see it right now is that there's an eternal Elohim of truth, and there's a creator Elohim, okay? So I noticed this in my Bible. When you read the Bible, sometimes it says Lord or God. You have to know who it's talking about, because those are titles, and the correct original whatever name the person had was not listed in our Bible, so we kind of have to know who we're talking about. So let me translate what I just said to you a while ago. So when Elohim created me out of the earth along with Eve, that's the creator Elohim, okay? So now it says, he said that they resembled the great angels, so that I don't want to make that into a document for you guys to compete with what the Bible says. The Bible says something about man was made a little bit lower than the angels, okay? So he said we resembled the great angels. He didn't say that they were angels, but he said they looked similar. So maybe they had wings or something like that. But he said, for we were higher than the Elohim who had created us. So because I've read some of these sacred books before, I have a little bit of knowledge that there were other type of maybe hybridized or Anunnaki type beings, sorry if I said the wrong word, that helped create or form the body parts of humans, okay? So it's like they were created from clay, but maybe the body parts didn't function effectively as today. They were influenced by other beings, okay, that helped to create mankind. So that's why he's saying the creator who created him, he has more understanding or more, I don't know. So he's a different creature from the one that created him, okay? So I'm not trying to make this seem contrary to the Bible. You just have to understand what it's talking about, okay? So then it says, then Elohim, the ruler of the aeons. So technically on the paper it says G-O-D. If in Hebrew you say G-G, I guess, if those were even Hebrew letters. Okay, but I say Elohim, okay? So let's figure out who we're talking about. This is the creator Elohim. It says, then Elohim, the ruler of the aeons and of the powers, and the powers, divided us in wrath. So, I don't know if I need to grab the Bible, because I was reading this alongside with my Bible. I was also reading it along with the book of Jubilees. Let me see if, okay, let me go with the book of Jubilees here. Okay, so in the book of Jubilees, it was saying when man and woman were created. So hold on one second. Okay, so I'm going to read it to you here. Okay, we're at the 6th day here. Hold on. So I'm in the book of Jubilees. I'm in chapter 2. Okay, so I'm going across on the 2nd day. Let me see. On that day. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so on the 6th day here. Okay. Okay, I'm at verse 13 of chapter 2 of the book of Jubilees, okay? And it says, these three kinds he created on the 5th day, and on the 6th day he created all the animals of the earth, and all the cattle and everything that moves on the earth. He says, and after all this he created man. A man and a woman created he them, okay? And gave him dominion over all that is upon the earth, and in the seas, over everything that flies, and over beasts, and over cattle, and over everything that moves on the earth. And over the whole earth, and over all this he gave him dominion. Him being man, okay? So, after all this he created man, a man and a woman he created them. That sounds like Genesis. Let me check and see if my video is still running for 1 second. Hold on. Okay, great. It's still running. All right. So, I'm not sure how many minutes I was reading either. Okay, so I was clarifying something to you. So it says, then Elohim, I'm back at Apocalypse of Adam. Then Elohim, the ruler of the aeons and the powers, this was Creator Elohim, divided us in wrath. Okay? Man and woman. Okay? It says, then we became 2 eons. Okay? And the glory in our hearts left us. So, you know how when a child is born, they have this like innocence, they have this light, this glory, this knowledge that came from the heavens. Okay, that's the glory that left Adam and Eve when they separated. They were one flesh together, and then they were separated. And it said he divided them in wrath. So he was upset that they were together. I don't understand. Why would he be upset that they were together? I don't know. So he divided them in wrath. They became 2 eons, and now they lost the knowledge, kind of like the birth knowledge, the light that they had within them, because at least Eve had that light, okay? So it says, me and your mother Eve, this is Adam speaking, along with the first knowledge that breathed within us. So as they were created, there was knowledge breathed in them, and then they lost that, okay? So that's how when we're born, we forget. Okay, I'm not going to say that's the reason why, but I'm saying, okay, so anyway, let me just continue. It says, and glory fled from us, not from this eon from which we had come forth, I and Eve your mother, but knowledge entered into the seed of great eons. Okay? So that part can fly over my head right now. I have basic understanding. I don't act like I know it all, so I'm just kind of telling you guys what I found out so far. So, hold on 1 second here. I might stop the video. Let me check the time and see if I'm going to stop the video and continue in a minute. Okay, I'm at 9 minutes. Let me finish this paragraph. So I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying and listening. Okay, let me finish this paragraph that I'm speaking about. Okay, so the part about but knowledge entered into the seed of great eons, that I will figure out another day when it's appropriate, when the knowledge is supposed to come forward to me. Right now, I don't understand that. It says, for this reason, I myself have called you by the name of that man who is the seed of the great generation, or from whom it comes. So I understand parts of this, so I'm explaining to you the parts that I understand. I'm not going to go into the parts I don't understand, but you never heard this before, so at least you can hear it the first time, okay? Like I said, I'm not going to act like I'm an expert. I'm understanding it as I need to understand it, okay? So it says, after those days, the eternal knowledge of the Elohim of truth withdrew from me and your mother Eve. So that was from Adam and his wife Eve, okay? Since that time, we learned about dead things like men. So it's not that men are all dead, it's that probably they start learning about history from history books. They start learning about things that men care about. Like, I don't know if they had sports back then. It's about knowledge that was not eternal, knowledge that was not about the spirit realm, knowledge that wasn't relevant beyond life, is what he's talking about. It says, then we recognize the Elohim who created us. So listen to what I'm saying, because it's kind of important. It's kind of like when they lost that knowledge from the eternal up. There's an eternal Elohim of truth from whence Eve knew of him. Okay, and they lost that knowledge as they come closer to their Creator Elohim. So it says, since that time we learned about dead things like men, then we recognize the Elohim who had created us. So there's one carnal Elohim. And so as I was reading this, it started to occur to me what was really going on. And I'll share that in another video. I'm just going to finish reading this paragraph and I'll explain more. Okay. For we were not strangers to his powers, the Creator Elohim, and we served him in fear and in slavery. So this sounds, I don't know if you guys understand this. When Eve and Adam ate from that tree of the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, they became slaves. If you are, I'm sorry to bring it up, but I was a card reader in the past, and one of the cards shows something like the serpent kind of, and the people before him are in bondage. And so here it says, and they serve this Creator Elohim in fear and in slavery. That's not the Elohim that we want to serve. This is the carnal one of sex. So sorry that I said that word, but this is when they ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, it perverted their minds. Okay. So it says, and after these events, we became darkened in our hearts. So this Creator Elohim was about carnal lust and perversion and other things that are worldly, okay? This is not the Elohim that we think about in goodness, okay? It says, so then he slept in the thought of his heart. So that's, I think, where the subconscious became relevant, okay? I'm going to stop the video there and maybe go into this a little bit more in the next video, okay? And please don't be offended by anything I said, okay? I'm not sure what happened to my video. Wow. I didn't do that at all. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video. I'm not sure why the screen got really, really large. Okay. Take me a minute to close out the screen. You guys, by the way, today is Thursday. There was a lot of weird things going on, even in the spirit realm. So if you notice there were weird things going on, wow, you should pray, number one. Number two, I had to wonder if Thursday was actually the Sabbath, because on the Sabbath, we stay inside to protect us from the different entities that are out there that cause trouble on the holy day. So the holy day, when you stay inside, is protecting you from evil, okay? So just naughty energies that I've seen throughout the day. I hope you guys had a good day, okay? I'm going to stop the video, but that's why I think my screen enlarged for some evil, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Take care.